Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of the Daily 8 here on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Pinarski here once again with the top 8 stories you need to know for your day today. We'll get you a look at your forecast in about 5 minutes or so, but first we have to head on over to our top story, which brings us to Muskegon Lake. Over the past few weeks, a large amount of PFAS foam has been mounting on the shores of Muskegon Lake. A local expert even said that the known carcinogen has piled up like never before on the lake. They have seen it in the past, but the source of the PFAS for this go-round has yet to be determined at this time. The state is now looking into finding out and getting more answers, but in the meantime, officials are advising those who frequent the lake to, for fishing or swimming, to avoid direct contact with the foam, as that could pose some potential risks. And shifting over to Kalamazoo now, the United States Postal Service has canceled mail deliveries to one apartment complex after an alleged assault earlier this month. Residents at the Interfaith Homes apartment complex will now have to pick up their mail at a nearby post office. USPS says that their reasoning is based on one of their mail carriers allegedly being assaulted at the complex on September 10th. No details of the incident were released. The delivery freeze will continue until a safer drop-off option is made. And back here in Grand Rapids, the city is looking to create a new community emergency fund for disaster relief. This comes following the June water main break near Philadelphia Avenue and Adams Street that damaged about 15 homes. Residents in the area have asked the city for help in covering the cost, which the city has denied, citing governmental immunity. However, now Grand Rapids is hoping to set up future help for residents in the event of a disaster. The funds would be made up of donations administered by community organizations like the United Way. And the Kent County Sheriff's Office, along with Safe Haven Ministries, has been awarded $1.2 million in grant money to help combat human trafficking. The 3-year grant comes from the Office for Victims of Crimes, which is part of the Department of Justice. The grant will then be used to help groups collaborate on improving the understanding of human trafficking in West Michigan, as well as provide victims with more resources. The grant must first be approved by the Kent County Board of Commissioners. A Michigan State Police trooper and their K-9 helped find a local missing teen in Wexford County earlier this week. This is body camera footage from the search. The 15-year-old girl had been missing for a few days after leaving her school in the county. She was spotted in the woods earlier this week around Monday, and the trooper and K-9 traveled through about 4 miles worth of thick terrain to locate her. The teen has since been taken back with MSP and is safe and sound. And we're approaching the start of flu season here in the U.S., and health leaders are reminding those of us, especially here in West Michigan, to take the proper precautions to avoid getting sick. That includes getting your flu shot and practicing good hygiene habits like covering your sneezes and coughs, washing your hands thoroughly, and avoiding touching your mouth. If you're interested in getting your immunizations here in Kent County, we actually have a way for you to find a place inside our story on woodtv.com. We're going to take a step aside now, like I said, and get you a look at the weather out there. Here is Storm Teammate meteorologist Matt Kirkwood.
Well, we'll call today kind of a drying out mode, if you will, as an area of low pressure, which is located right around the Alpena area. Will continue its march into Canada, taking the deeper moisture with it. Backside of it, notice all the dry conditions in Wisconsin and further west, and that'll be moving in today as we break up the clouds, and eventually we'll end today with mostly sunny conditions by sunset time frame, which is at 7:33. And overall, we're looking at a pretty nice couple days heading our way, especially Thursday. Likely quite a few high clouds will be impacting the area from the remnants of the tropical system off to our south Friday. And also that'll likely be the case of the weekend. The question mark is, will we get any rain out of what is the remnants of Helene this weekend? Now, if you're closer to the Michigan-Indiana state line, more likely that'll be the case. I think for much of the weekend, areas from I-96 or Grand Rapids north will likely stay dry, getting a lot of high-level clouds. And look at the tail end of that 8-day forecast. There's a little hint of fall for you with highs in the 60s and a breeze.
All right, thanks, Matt. And our final story is a weird one for sure. The Michigan Museum of Horror in Monroe, Michigan recently received a brand new piece to its collection, a vial of Charles Manson's cremated remains. The museum, in an interview with MLive, said that they found the authentication paperwork for the vial and knew they just had to have it. Manson, of course, was the infamous cult leader behind the Manson family killings in the 1960s. He died in 2017 in prison, serving a life sentence. The vial will fit right in with the rest of the museum's displays, including the largest Ouija collection, human skulls, and a few haunted objects. All right, well, that is going to do it for us today on another Daily Aid. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in. We will be back again tomorrow with 8 more stories for your Thursday. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.